everyone, it's Sam here, and today I'm back with another Snowglobe style. So I made this one for the Wicked and Wonderful launch, and I have done a Christmas version as well, which I made during a live. So I'll have all that information linked below. This folds down to 6x8, so that's how it will go in the envelope. I thought it'd be nice to use the new Winter Peanuts collection and make a 5x7, but actually when I went to go and do it, this ends up being more of a 8-inch high because of the size that I already cut. So I do talk you through how to make that smaller. So in terms of envelopes, they're both actually going to go in the same one, but the width is obviously the 5 inches here. But I am going to do some more, so I will add them to the playlist as I do them. But I think this one's come together really nicely. You've got your little support on the back there as well to make sure it all stays upright, and you've got your place to write your message, and you can just see that lovely little scene that I've created. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make it. So this is the new Winter Peanuts collection. So today I'm going to be focusing on the ephemera, this one here, and I think that's it. I'm not even using the papers, but you'll see them in the other videos that I've been sharing along with this one as well. I'm also using my bubbles embossing folder because it looks really good for the snow effect. You can see I've got it on that one there. And I've also used some oval dies, but if you don't want to do an oval shape, you don't have any dies or a die machine, then you can cut a square shape. You can draw around a circle if you want. You know, there are ways around it. Okay, so to make the base, you want a piece of 11 by 5. And along the 11-inch side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 1 3/4, 3 inches, 4 1/4, 6 3/4, 8, 9 1/4, and 10 1/2. Then you want to, along the short side, score at 1 1/4 down to the 3rd score line. So 1, 2, 3. Then at 3 3/4, again down to the 3rd score line. Flip the card and repeat that. You can see I've already cut this away. And then you're going to take your scissors and you want to cut up the score line. I'm removing the score line as I cut this side. So the score line is all in this part here. Cut down to the 3rd score line and then cut across on the diagonal down to the edge of the 4th score line. And then on this side you can come up from the 4th score line on the diagonal to meet the bottom of that score line, and then cut that up. And again, I'm cutting away all of the score line. Okay, and repeat that at the other end. You want to have that shape there. Then, because I find this card can easily topple over, it will stand up initially, but you'll probably find if you go back to it, or if it's been displayed, it will fall over. So you want to add a little base card. So this is a piece of 8 by 2 1/2. Along the 8-inch side, you want to score at 4 and fold in half. And that's going to stick to the back of this piece here. And then I've just added a mat layer, which is 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. And then you could also mat inside if you want, but it's a light card, so I can just write straight on that. Once you've got this piece, you want to fold and burnish all of the score lines. I've already done mine. You're going to bring them all in and fold them right round like this, and you'll have the little 1/2-inch tabs. They're going to stick down, but you can see there, that's the base of our snow globe. Now I've got my ovals here rather than circles, but it's up to you. I'll talk you through how I've done them in a minute. This one's going to stick on the back, this one's going to stick on the front, and then in the middle I've not done one, but instead I've got a little bit of acetate which I want to stick between, so that then I can stick other bits and build that scene. I'm going to stick this one on there, and then I could add another bit of acetate coming off there and have a snowflake. But if you stick a piece of acetate in between, then it gives you that element. But like I said, on this one here, you know, I've added that extra one in the middle as well if you want, and that sticks in between. So look at that one if you want to have 3, but you want the 5x7 size. So what I'm going to do first is stick one side down. So I'm just going to add my glue to that 1/2-inch tab. And if I do it this way, if you fold this section with the glue over, and then you'll have your kind of rooftop and then that other section, and then fold that down, then bring it up. That is now stuck perfectly in the middle of this base part. Then I can take this one, I'm just going to run a little bit of double-sided tape just along the bottom. This can be any size you want. To give you a rough idea, I've done the width of this, so 2 1/2, but the height is up to you. And then I just want to stick this just behind, like so. Okay, and now I can stick this one down. So this time you're going to add your glue all onto this part and also the little 1/2" tab. I've used the construction glue now because the acetate will just stick a bit better against it. So this time, if you fold the tab under, okay, so it's all flat like this shape, and then just bring up the sides like so. Just let them grab, and then once they're kind of more secure, then fold it flat. Okay, so now I can just fold that down, and I know that's all going to go in the envelope. Fold it back the other way. So for the ovals, I've used this old Tonic Studio oval die set, and I've taken the largest one, which measures, it's about 4 1/8 by 5 1/4, and I've cut it in like a white cardstock, just so I've got somewhere to write my message. Then I've cut it in this blue, and I embossed that and stuck them together. I then cut it also in the acetate. So this piece of acetate is the size of this large one here. So this one, first of all, is going to go in the back, okay? But it's going to come up a little bit higher. We'll sort that out in a minute, just to make sure it fits in the envelope. Then I've taken the next size down. You can have any size you want, depending on how thick you want your frame to be. But you pop that inside and just add some tape to hold it in place, and then run that through. I done it once in the silver for the back piece. Okay, stuck that down. I've actually popped some foam in between the layer there as well, so it's a little bit raised. So if I wanted to, you know, I could pop something kind of like in between there if I wanted. And then for this one, I've cut 2 silver frames, stuck one on the back, one on the front, just to hide the tape where I've stuck the acetate there. So cut yourself 3 frames and 1, 2, 3 pieces using the large size there. Okay, so I want to make sure this is going to go into my 5 by 7 envelope. So I'm just going to lay my ruler down. If I lie that there, the top of my ruler is 7 inches. Now these pieces are going to stick onto the back here. So if I just have that one flush with the bottom, and I lie that flat, oh, it's actually going to be taller. Okay. I'm going to have to pop this in. Probably this is going to end up being actually more of a C6 size, so 6 by 8, because it's going to come up, if I go to 8 here, yeah, it's just under. So you're going to have to use a smaller oval or circle if you definitely want it to go in a 5 by 7, because yeah, it's going to be, if I just bring this down to where 7 inches would be, just so I can give you a rough size. Yeah, so you're looking at your oval would need to be 4 3/4, not the 5 1/4 I think I said. Okay, so just bear that in mind. So all I'm going to do now is add, I think I'm going to use some double-sided tape actually, because I've put some foam on this. It's actually only the frame part that's going to stick to the back. So I'm just going to use a little bit of tape there. Ovals are a bit harder to get straight, so pop it down like that. That looks pretty good. Make sure that's all secure. Okay, so there is the back. And then for the front one, just needs to be flush with the bottom, so it matches that one when it comes up, because you want them to both be the same height. So again, because I've used that acetate, I'm going to just use some of my tape just around the frame so you don't see the join. Make sure you're not going to see. Okay, you keep it flat when you stick this one on, so you can make sure that you get it lined up. You know, you want the sides here, you want these sitting to be nice and parallel. Stick that down. Now when we bring that up, you can see we've got our cool effect, but can you see what I mean about this? It kind of flops about. So I would stick this on now, so then it makes it easy for you to decorate, because it will stay upright. Just take some glue, add it to the back, and then just pop that behind. Make sure it's flush with the bottom, like so, in the middle as well. And then straight away when that goes up, that just kind of comes out, and you can just see it stands out much better. So now I can start planning my decoration. So they're going to go on that middle. I love the one here of Lucy throwing the snowball. So I thought she would look good on the front, along with Snoopy on his skis, and then he's about to get hit by the snowball. And then I think I'm going to have this as a thank you card, so it's going to have the thank you up there, but I've also got enjoy your day, which I thought would look good. I've got all the different snowflakes, I'm going to have them dotted around, and then on the back I'm going to have Charlie in the ski lift. So I'm just going to snip a bit of that off and just tuck it under the frame, and he'll be in the background. And then I've cut these two pieces here to cover these two panels. You could put one on the very bottom there if you wanted to as well, but these are 2 1/4 by 1, and they will just stick on top like so. So I'm going to spend a minute, get this all put together, and then I'll show you it when it's finished. There is the card all finished. I think it's come together really nicely. It stands up perfectly with the back there. I ended up doing a thank you card, so I always need those. I just love the way that it's literally just about to hit Snoopy there in the face with the snow. And yeah, the little snowflakes, all the dimension. I think it's, yeah, beautiful, really, really sweet. And again, you can see this one, how that looks. I just need to add the back onto that one, but I think they're lovely. I'll definitely be doing some more of these next year. So make sure you're following me and check out that playlist that will be coming up now, because that will have these in there. Give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed today. As always, the products that I've used, if they're available, will be linked below, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.